Kit. How are you?
Good, thanks, Kirsten. How are you?
I'm great. This is an absolute pleasure to speak with you today. You are delightfully funny in this film. I wish that there was more of you. So to start, I read that you're a big MCU fan and that you turned down a superhero film a while back because I believe that you were working on Game of Thrones and you said, quote, I didn't like the role and the part, so I turned it down. But this role in Eternals felt right to you. What was it about this role that screamed, now is the time to do this? Did you hear the name Dane Whitman, Google him, and then go, I like where this could potentially go. This could be a complicated role.
I think it was everything to do with the process. Like that other part I mentioned, it was sort of just thrown at me without much conversation. And as nice as it is to have parts thrown at you that are offers, like I didn't really feel that there was much collaboration or like with this, I was called by Nate and he talked through this character with me and my part in this film particularly, and then I met with Chloe, and so all those things, and the fact that I'm no longer part of another franchise, that there's a space where this can live in my life and in my head, and a character that I found exciting, not just in this movie, as small as that role is. There's a lightness to him, which I really like. There's, like you've alluded to, there's a comedic element that was different from other stuff that I get offered. And the future looked quite interesting. So yeah, for all those reasons, this felt like the right one.
As a quick follow-up to that, were you always auditioning for Dane, or did you try out to be an Eternal at all? I couldn't help that, but think about that while watching the film. Did that interest you at all?
No, I didn't audition or otherwise for anyone else in this movie, and didn't audition for Dane. They just came to me with Dane and said, is this something you'd be interested in? So yeah, that was my kind of route into this world.
Okay. Well, you and Richard Madden have been friends for a very long time. You usually don't get to work a lot together on projects. You were mentioning that earlier during the press conference. I know everyone's been asking you about what it's been like to be reunited, but I'm curious, when did you first find out that you two were going to be in a Marvel movie together? Did you know Richard was going to be in the movie when you were cast, or did that come after? Take me through that.
No, Richard was cast in this long before I was. I was quite a late addition to this movie. And for that for that kind of, that was a kind of exciting thing. It was kind of, I saw that his name's attached to this in a much bigger role than I'm in. He's essentially one of the leads in this movie. And so I knew this wasn't my movie. This is Richard's movie, if it's anyone's out of the two of us. So I'm coming in as his guest in a strange sort of way. And so having our scene, the bit where we meet in this story together, was lovely. But it wasn't like we were doing a full movie together, and it wasn't like that previous with us either. We had our own stories then, and in this, we definitely have our own stories. So it does feel like a continuation. At some point, hopefully, me and Richard will get a movie in which we actually spend some time together. But in this, it felt true to form for us.
I feel like it's baby steps to get it there.
Yeah.
I'll hold this one for after the film's out. I always want everyone to have the full experience for themselves, but I know we can't get to... Oh, I know that we won't get to speak again, so I have to ask, how tough has it been for you to keep the post-credit scene to yourself? And what was your reaction when you learned about it? I don't know if you even knew that would be a post-credit scene.
Yeah, I did know that was an idea, and we filmed it after filming the main thrust of the movie. And I was really excited by it. I kind of excited that, Dane comes into contact with this sword, that we hear this mysterious voice that asks him if he's ready. Like, it for me, those things, I think it's a really strong ending to the movie with that final credits sequence that he turns around and it's blackout. It really kind of, it makes me want to see what's next. And the fact that might include me is exciting.
Absolutely. I mean, I have to ask, have you seen a helmet or tried on any costume, or is that way too early?
No, I haven't.
Have you talked to anyone about a continuation in the MCU, or would you like to continue to explore this character?
Yeah, when I took on this part, there's the idea that I would be in some future version of some movie somewhere, playing a continuation of this character in some iteration. But that's all I really know. I've obviously read stuff on the internet about who he is or could be, etc., and that's all very interesting. But I don't try and, things change in the movie world, and I don't want to try and like second guess what I might be doing.
Of course. I mean, Dane seems like such a good guy. I don't want you to turn into anything other than like what you are right now. I mean, who knows though? People sometimes adapt things from like the comics straight up, or they take, deviations, as there are many in Eternals. But I'm team protect Dane at all costs right now.
I like that, team protect Dane at all costs.
Oh yeah, I'm part of the Walking Dead fandom, and we were like, if Daryl dies, we riot. So, in another interview, you said that you plan on watching the Game of Thrones spinoff, House of Dragon, but that it might be painful. Tell me more about why that is. Why would it be painful? Is it because you're not in it? I would think that would be relaxing.
No, I think there's emotion connected to that for me. I think to see people get into outfits and costumes that resemble what we wore for all those years, and it have the same music and style and tone, but not be in it, is always going to feel there's going to be a rawness there. Of course, I'm going to watch it and I'm going to support Miguel, who's helming the show, and I wish them all the best. But it's I think there'll be like, it's so close to my heart, that story that of course there might be a bit of pain there.
Yeah, no, I can get that. And I guess as I'm winding down and letting you go, I gotta wonder, like, what is tougher to keep secrets for, Game of Thrones or Marvel?
Marvel. The thing is, I think I learned along the way with Thrones. Like, Thrones became big as I was in it. So I learned along the way how to keep secrets. Whereas with Marvel, I'm just entering this universe and being told there's things I can or can't say. So I'm learning as I go here.
Well, you literally kept the biggest secret, I think, in the world, one of them with Jon Snow. So I think that, if anything, that prepared you for Marvel.
Yes, it would have done.
Well, I'm being told that I have to be wrapping up, but Kit, this has been absolutely wonderful. I hope that one day someone does let you and Richard, act a little bit more in a film. But it was very nice to see you guys on screen again together. So thank you. And I don't know, as I let you go, if there's anything that you want to add about Eternals and what you're excited for fans to see.
No, I think we covered it. Thank you, Kirsten. Lovely talking to you.
You too. You have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye.